is New Day Northwest. Now, here's Margaret Larson.
Hey, everybody. We are starting off the day with an annual tradition for many local families for the last 30 years. This year marks 3 decades for the Issaquah Reindeer Festival at Cougar Mountain Zoo. So, stopping by for a visit is Jared Munzer from Cougar Mountain Zoo and his pal Dasher, and Morgan, who's Dasher's special friend. She's got the snacks, right? So how old is Dasher?
So Dasher's 8 months old. He was born right at Cougar Mountain Zoo last April, right? Yep.
Last April. So when does he start to get his reindeer?
So they'll start growing their first set of
antlers. Yes.
Yep. So actually, that's one of the primary differences between antler and horns is antlers come back every year. So they'll grow one set, they fall off, and then they get a whole new set. Horns, actually, if they break or something happens to it, it doesn't repair itself. They don't get a new one. But babies will usually get their first antlers when they're about 2.5 months old.
He is doing a lot of sniffing of my hands just to be sure. Look at this picture of, how old is that reindeer?
So that's a male. He's probably about 6 years old in that picture.
Wow, and
so
that whole thing will come off and start
it'll
again?
just fall right off. I actually have one here.
Let's see it. Oh, are you kidding me?
Yep, so one day Dasher will be big enough to carry this around on his head.
That must be so inconvenient.
Well, especially 2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of them. You could hang your jewelry and things on there. So you're his handler, right? Yes, and his friend. So they bond with people.
They do, yeah.
And so what does he do when he sees you in the morning?
Well, whenever I call him from the bottom of the reindeer hill, he always picks his head up and trots all the way down to the bottom, ready to go out for adventures on the day.
And so you take him out and exercise and that kind of stuff?
We go for walks, and we talk to a lot of kids and educate them about reindeer. And
right.
This year especially, we're talking a lot about festival and how he is going to pull Santa's sleigh.
So, yes, you're going to have a busy, busy Christmas Eve. So what do you want people to know about reindeer? What are some of the special facts about them, besides the fact that they have these enormous antlers?
These great antlers that come back each year.
Here, let's see if I can get him to turn to the camera. Come over here, Dasher. Come on, turn your head this way. Oh, got the snack, Gonna lick my hands a little.
So males can get up to about 400 pounds. That's the size that this antler came off of. This is actually a picture of Dasher when he was a baby with his mom there.
Oh, that's so cute.
So we started handling him when he was very young, getting him used to being around us and comfortable on a halter and lead. This is one of his first walks.
Right.
So we'd walk him through the zoo, and that's something we do pretty regularly. It's great for the animals to get out there, and it's a great way for people to learn about them when they can actually get up close to them and see them, not just in an exhibit.
Now, are they born like horses where they can't find their legs?
They actually find their legs very quickly.
Immediately.
So they're up and walking within the first couple hours of being born. And the reason for that is so they can actually keep up with the herd, very quickly. It's not beneficial for them to not be mobile very quickly.
Now, obviously, he likes apples.
Loves
what
them.
else does he eat?
So he eats a very special diet at the zoo. It's a nice pellet formula that he gets. Also, they eat fresh hay. And seasonally, they'll get oak, alder, and maple branches, which they really, really like.
Really? They eat them or chew them?
They'll chew on the branches, and they eat all the leaves off of them.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. So you guys get pretty attached, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then what happens during the festival? We all get to come up and see these guys. What will we experience?
So the Reindeer Festival is something that we do every year. It's actually in its 30th year right now at Cougar Mountain Zoo. And we open up a certain area of the exhibit where you can actually walk all the way up through the middle of the exhibit to Santa's house. You can feed the reindeer on your way up, get a picture taken with Santa Claus. You can write a letter to Santa. You can visit his post office. You can do all sorts of fun holiday activities there. So it's a really great time to come out and see a different side of the zoo.
And so is there food?
Well, we have tons of food for the animals.
For the animals, okay, not for us. And what kind of snacks are we allowed to feed them? What do you buy there?
We sell apple cups that you can feed the reindeer. We also sell different pellets that you can feed to some of the other animals also.
Yeah.
And we also have a really neat experience for guests where you can actually feed our tigers. It's a very neat opportunity.
Now?
Oh, yeah. Yep, it's very safe, very
that.
special. It's a really neat opportunity to get up to something that you wouldn't normally get up next to and really have a special encounter with it.
Wow,
So
I
that's
had no
something that
idea.
you can arrange once you're at the zoo.
The Christmas tiger. Okay, so that sounds great. Thank you so much. How many reindeer do you have all total?
We have all of Santa's 8 reindeer, plus we have a couple extras just in case.
Just some
so we
spares.
Have
You need
13.
an alternate.
Well, every now and then one of them might get a little tired. And,
Yeah.
somebody else
Yeah.
takes his place.
Well, he's a sweet boy. Thank you so much. Thank you. The 30th annual Issaquah Reindeer Festival runs through December 23rd at the Cougar Mountain Zoo. Hours are 10:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. or about dusk. And we'll have the ticket information up on New Day's homepage and all the directions that you need. It's not hard to find. There's plenty of parking. But everybody in the audience is going home with a complimentary ticket to visit. So enjoy. Enjoy. Thank you, Dasher. Much appreciated. One more quick apple. One more quick apple. When we come back, Wellness Wednesday begins with a very important discussion about the opioid crisis and how to manage it. We'll be right back.